Welcome to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine, the show that teaches you how to survive the things that can kill you.
Like wildfire alerts, a crumbling democracy.
Yep.
How about being a porn star?
Potentially. And the things that just make you wish you were dead.
Like being consoled by a dog you just met.
Oh.
Crying in your nachos, anyone?
Yes.
How about working for a porn magnet?
Maybe. We'll find out.
You know what could cheer us up right now?
Our theme song?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Gobbling down Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. How to survive. How to survive.
Hello.
Welcome to How to Survive, the show you need more than ever.
So, as we're recording this, it's the day after the election.
Or do we just need it?
So we're sort of, I don't know, I'm sort of in shock. I was really in a good mood yesterday. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was just like, just in a general sense, like in a good mood. And then as I started watching, I was like, no, not again. And then
We've been hoodwinked.
Well, I did think it was weird that so many people were like giving so much strength to like one woman's poll. Oh, we're going to have Iowa because this one woman says so and everyone's going crazy. I think people just got caught up in the enthusiasm, which is understandable. But so I just keep remembering, like I woke up and I went, oh, fuck, RFK. Like, oh, shit, he's going to be in charge of health.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to have a education department anymore.
No one needs to get vaccines anymore.
No one needs to be educated anymore. Like, it just bit by bit, it's just coming. First, I was just. I mean, my predominant. Sorry.
No. I can't. I haven't even thought that far ahead yet. I'm still in just like, I'm still processing.
My predominant feeling was like, this motherfucker is never going to pay for one goddamn thing he did. And so the injustice was the sort of overwhelming feeling I initially had. It wasn't even about the country. It was about
him specifically.
The bad guy. The bad guy
wins.
Wins. And as soon as it looked like he was going to take the stage last night, I went, I'm going to bed. I don't want to look at him. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to see his smug face. I
went to bed way before that, I think. I made it until like 9:30 and...
But you basically knew.
I basically knew, yeah. I'd already cried over my nachos.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Did that make them spicier?
You know what? It's saltier.
Your gringo tears make... they're saltier. That's
yes. Yeah, once it was like, it doesn't really look good. It really... doesn't seem there's a chance. Like, it really looks pretty bad. I was like, I have to curl into a ball and get into bed. Yeah. Like, I can't. And there was part of me that was so impressed with, because I ended up signing up for Sling so I could watch MSNBC.
Yeah.
I was like, it's $22. I can.
Yeah, one time.
Time, and I'll have it for a month, whatever. I can't watch this on regular network NBC. They only had like is it Kornacki? Steve Kornacki. They had him like
in a box,
but like you couldn't ever hear him.
You can't put Kornacki in a box.
Nobody puts Kornacki in a box, right? And I was like, I need Rachel Maddow right now.
Yes,
I need my what's her name? Wallace.
Nicole Wallace.
I need Nicole Wallace. I need my Joy Reid. I need them all on a panel.
Lawrence O'Donnell.
Obviously,
Ari Melber.
I need Jacob.
Soboroff.
Yeah. Hello.
Have you never seen him before?
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's really cute.
And I was like, whose lap do I want to be on while he reads the New Yorker to me? That guy. Hello.
He's pretty adorable.
He's very dreamy. I was like, they just don't break. Like, at some point I wanted one of them to go, what the fuck?
I was kind of surprised how kind of upbeat. They all
Yeah, they were like, and coming in.
Maybe they expected it. Well, no, because they were all talking a big game. I don't know. I think they were just being professional. But
yeah, they're professional. I mean, that's a testament.
She was just unflappable, and I was a little bit surprised.
It's impressive, but also I was like,
yeah, you want them to scream.
You want them to also kind of tear their hair out too.
Yeah. Garen, were you by yourself?
No, I had my
Your bong
was over. There was plenty of that. I got to watch this guy win with my very close trans friend sitting right next to me, crying on my arm.
I'm sorry, Garen.
So this is not the greatest day.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what to. I don't even know how to be snarky. I don't even know how to insult them.
You don't have to.
You don't
just
yeah.
be pissed or sad.
We don't have to try to. We don't have to be upbeat about it. I think I struggle when, this is my struggle is when the people remember early, this was probably even Bush. I don't think it might have been Trump when Alec Baldwin was like, we'll leave the country. And it's
that
always like
Trump
the most privileged people who are like, we're leaving.
And they never do.
And I'm like, but you're not the ones who are in trouble. Like,
right.
We're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've never elected we have elected a strong man before, Trump, and now we have again, but it's worse this time because, the guardrails are off. We know that he's not going to be surrounded by people who are going to keep him in check this time because he knows not to do that this time. So we could be in danger at some point.
Right.
Us, cis white folks, but mostly the people who are really vulnerable are the brown people and the trans people and the undocumented people and lots of people that I haven't even thought of probably.
And probably a lot of people who voted for him.
Yeah, a lot of people who voted for him. A lot of people in a lot of government jobs that are the lower level who rely on those jobs.
Oh yeah,
those jobs are going to go away.
They want it because Elon's going to be in charge of something, and they're going to cut millions of jobs.
They're going to cut so many jobs. I mean,
and then you're not going to complain about your $5 gallon of milk. You're going to be more upset that you don't have an income at all.
Yes.
And he's not going to help groceries. He's not going to fix the price of groceries. That's what this, I guess, election was about.
Because they think he's better with the economy.
Right. Even though all those economists came out and said his plan is not better. Her plan is better.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was perfect, but her plan is better than his.
But she's a woman. That's the problem.
I know.
Although in my heart, I don't think Joe Biden would have won either.
I have no idea.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
And of course, one's mind goes there.
Yeah, sure.
What would have been the better?
What would have been the better option?
Option, if there was a better option. And then I was like, last night I was like, well, maybe she should have talked about his convictions more. But people don't care.
I don't think they care. I mean, he said so many egregious things and it just didn't matter. He's done so many terrible things and it just didn't matter. It really comes down to, I mean, I think we made the mistake, or we didn't make the mistake, but people think America is this sort of, there's this American exceptionalism, right? That we think we're different. And lots of countries have elected strongmen.
Yeah.
And now we have.
And you go, why? Why would they do that?
Yeah. And we see it now playing out. We see it playing out in real time in our own history in front of us, and now we have to live it.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is figure out how to move through it.
Yeah.
And sort of help out the people who are more vulnerable.
The thing that makes me so, I guess the other prevailing feeling I was having as it was happening was just sadness that this is who our country is made up of. It's just like the fact that you can't empathize with a situation that doesn't directly involve you is a real malfunction.
Yeah.
It's a real problem. And this is why I'm getting on my high horse. This is why I have a problem with religion. Because the insistence that if you don't have religion, you don't have a moral compass.
Right.
I did not grow up with any religion.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I grew up with being told to have empathy for people. You don't have to believe in God. If you believe in God, great.
Yes.
You don't have to believe in God to I used to do a joke in my act about like, you shouldn't not do something bad because you're worried about being punished in hell.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like a loophole. Like you should be not doing bad things
Yes.
because you morally understand that it's a bad. Maybe I am speaking from a point of privilege that I have the luxury of caring about other people.
Well, I think
That don't affect me. That doesn't affect me because I think I'm going to be fine. I don't actually think something bad is going to happen to me. Specifically.
Right.
But that doesn't make it any less heinous.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're, maybe someone who's in a less fortunate circumstance than I would financially, say, they're looking for a magic bullet. But still, you have to ignore all the other. Like, you have to ignore the fact that he sexually assaulted a woman. January 6th. Why isn't January 6th enough? That in itself is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
Like, I heard someone interviewed yesterday before all this that said, like, that's what changed their mind. They were a Republican, and that changed their mind. That gave me so much hope. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't understand so many people's ability to ignore so many bad things. That it's like, I think there's no line. There's no line he can't cross. Like, because we all sort of made so many decisions about other men who did bad things. Like, it's like we all decided, we're not gonna watch Bill Cosby specials, and we're not gonna follow, like a lot of people, men and women, went, nope, we're done with him.
Guess what? Not really, because people did go to his show.
That's true.
There are people.
Same with Louis C.K. I mean, he's fine.
He's fine.
I think there is, for one, such a deep ingrained, for one,
misogyny,
hatred of women in this country that runs really deep. And so because, the sexual assault doesn't matter.
No.
And the way he talks about women doesn't matter. And the fact that, like, Kamala is a woman, and it's this reproductive rights were such a big thing, too, in this election. And the fact that
apparently not as much as we thought.
Well, it doesn't matter to half of the people, which are men, that we're not going to have those.
What if you knocked up a woman?
It does affect men. I mean, that's the thing.
Right? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. It doesn't, because they're often they don't have to live with it.
Right.
They can just walk away. It's not happening to them.
Right.
It kind of blows my mind. I mean, I think most of our listeners are probably not Trump supporters, because I think our show is not super Trump friendly.
I wouldn't think so.
But
but notice how we're not going to say it was rigged or call for a re-election.
Yeah, it's weird, because I don't know if it was the Daily I was listening to. It was, some probably New York Times podcast that was saying, well, we'll expect there to be protests on both sides no matter what happens. And I was like, or not protests, contesting the results no matter what. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. I don't think Democrats are going to do that, because we actually believe in the institution of the results. Like, we believe that it's...
Which they won't understand.
Yeah, because we just trust in the institution to be correct. We know that poll workers are not like nefarious individuals going in to try to change the results. Like, we trust in the institution of those people are... Anyway.
Well, we definitely gave the Fox the hen house.
Yeah.
They have everything.
Yeah.
Did they get the House?
Not yet. I guess not yet, but
the Senate is theirs.
It's
the whole Supreme Court is just going to be.
This is it.
We're Handmaid's Tale on it, guys.
There's no. They have likely going to have the House. They have the Senate. They have the presidency. They have the Supreme Court. Project 2025 will be law of the land any day now. As much as Lawrence O'Donnell likes to pretend Trump's not going to do anything.
Does he?
Pissing me off. Yeah. He didn't say in his speech he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. I'm like, you are being way too optimistic for a fucking guy that now owns the entire government.
Yeah.
And has a marching order a mile long about it. They want to turn this into some fucking religious right, whatever.
I just don't understand it. I just think I'm still stunned a little.
Yeah, I am too. I'm like kind of gonna try to hope for the best because the worst is too hard to imagine. And what else can you do? I mean, what else can we do?
I don't know.
You know, like there's not really an option to not do it. Like this is
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, this is the country we live in. Well,
I want you to understand that I'm doing my part because I was in Starbucks earlier and a woman was sitting there and she had, I guess, purchased a bagel and her cream cheese container fell onto the ground and she didn't realize it. And I picked it up and gave it to her. And I think that's how we heal.
You're already beginning.
I'm already beginning. I'm doing the work.
You are doing the work.
I had a strange dog jump up and give me a hug, and then I had to fight off crying for 3 blocks.
Oh,
He knew.
oh my God.
Oh my God, they do know. You know those videos where it's like, this dog on the first day he was adopted, but they haven't left the kennel yet.
Yes.
The dog is holding on to the person. How do they know? How do they know they're going home with that person?
I think they do that to any person they see, just hoping one will
You
take
think
them.
so?
Maybe
No, that must be it, right?
that they're just like anybody.
But they hold on for dear life. It's like, Jesus God.
They really want to get out of that place.
I get it. Imagine you say no to that dog.
Oh,
No.
can't. I'm really thankful to be here with you guys today, and I felt terrible because my poor daughter, her middle school, it's a lot of Trump kids. So she was like, please don't make me go to school today.
Oh God.
I really don't want to go. They're all going to be so happy and I just can't handle it. And I so didn't want to make her go, but I was like, you got to go because, she's missed a lot from being sick last week. And then I'm taking her out early on Friday because we're flying to New York.
Is this when you're seeing your friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
fun.
So I was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, just try to ignore it. And, I know it's tough, but it's also like, there's always going to be people that you don't agree with that you're going to have to be around. And that's hard. And
but I can, because we don't even have to do that.
We don't have to
I
do
don't
that.
have to be around Trump supporters.
No, I don't. I mean, my neighbors, but like, I don't directly have to interact with them. And
that's that dog may have been a Trumper though. I'm just saying, Garen, that you never know.
That dog was maybe happy because
he was hugging you in congratulations. He didn't know. I'm just saying.
I remember I flew last election. I was flying out of the country on the day after. I was flying to London, and I was in the airport, and I was like buying a snack from one of the vendors at the airport, and the guy, I won't do his accent because I don't want to. I'll botch it. I'm just going to sound Indian. But I think he was like Pakistani. And he was like, isn't this a great day?
Whoa.
And I was like, for you? Like,
wow. People are really bizarre.
It's so wild how many people you wouldn't expect because I'm like, why do you think it's great? I mean, I knew it was because of Trump.
Of course,
but I was like, why do you like him? Like,
did you have a conversation
no,
or were you just exhausted?
I was just like, no, it's not.
Amazing.
But then it was difficult because then I had to go to another country where everyone was like, you're ugly.
What
were you? Yeah. No, London doesn't hate Americans, but they were just kind of like, what were you guys thinking? Kind of, and like, we can't believe it. And I was like, I know, I agree. Like,
that's funny you say that because this morning I had this feeling about, remember when they all voted for Brexit and then the next day they all Googled Brexit and they were like, whoops. And there was a lot of regret.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if something like that would happen. But there's so much information. I mean, they're just not looking at it, I guess. I just don't understand. Anyway, Jimmy texted me before the show and he said he wanted to thank the three of us because he's listening to an episode and we made him laugh today.
Aww.
And he wants a picture of, he's behind, but he wants a picture of you with your glasses askew from the, I couldn't find it. So if you can find it and send it to him, that will make him happy.
Okay.
And that's, as cliche as it sounds, all we can do is just try to provide a little humor and fun.
Yes.
And
so far, I think we've nailed it.
Meanwhile, this is like 2 weeks from now or a week and a half from now. We're recording early because of the Thanksgiving schedule.
Oh, can I
Are we allowed to have Thanksgiving this year?
For what? What are we thankful
I don't
for?
know. So what were you going to say?
I was going to say, Danielle already knows this because we were on a text chain last night where we were trying to entertain each other. But I was watching, like I had said, MSNBC with my kids, and Benjamin thought Nicole Wallace was Heidi Klum.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
Did you text that?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
When one of our friends said it's not looking good,
Yeah.
I turned my
You were
ringer
like, I
off
can't look at my phone
because I was
anymore.
like,
Yeah.
and every time they announced a state, my stomach like clenched. Anyway, that's very funny that she thought he thought.
He goes, is that
Benjamin-
Heidi Klum?
Oh my God, you have to tweet her at that.
I was like, is there a way I can tell him? Sorry, I just took a bite of food.
That's okay. I brought Constellation mini vanilla bean scones for the.
They're yummy.
They're good, right? Have
Yeah.
you ever had them
No, I've only had a bite of mine.
from
but it
Starbucks?
was-
Yeah, they're good.
I couldn't resist. So he said, is that Heidi Klum? And I was like, how do I get this information to Nicole Wallace? Like,
Oh, just tweeted her.
yeah,
I think you should.
I think I deactivated my Twitter.
That's right.
I was just not using it for a long time. But then after he really just started throwing millions of dollars at Donald
Yeah,
Trump,
I think I'm
was,
gonna have to, too.
I was like, you know what? I just can't. I can't even be on here. Like I feel like I have to leave. Like I
think I'm gonna do it too.
I can't even do it. But Alex was like, no, she's way older than Heidi Klum. And I was
Actually,
like,
she's younger than Heidi Klum.
well, that's what's funny is I go, well, how old do you think she is? And Benji goes, 70? And I go, she's not 70. I go 61? And Alex was like, yeah, I think she's like 61. And so then we Google how old she was. And I was like, oh my God, she's my age.
I mean, she was younger than us.
She's a year older than us.
Oh, she is?
And Heidi Klum is our age. So she's
Yeah.
a year older. But
Okay.
then I felt really bad because I was like, oh man, I really aged her up.
That's so funny. I think you know what it is? She doesn't have a cutesy face. She has like,
She has a grown-up
even probably
face.
when she was 20, she looked mature
Yes.
and like sophisticated.
Yes.
Jimmy used to have quite a crush on her.
My dad has the ha-ha-hots for Nicole Wallace.
And I think did she just have a baby? Like
Really?
by surrogacy or
Oh,
something?
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think I like her hair better in a bob.
I don't know if I've
honest.
ever seen it in a bob. I've only seen it with her crazy like wings.
The long. Yeah. I like it better, like maybe. I haven't
Yeah.
seen everybody in a while because, I haven't had
Yes.
MSNBC. So
Yeah.
everybody's changed a bit.
right? Oh, Ari's got that gray spot in his hair.
And then is it Chris Wallace, the younger guy?
yeah.
Is his last name Wallace too?
Chris
Chris
Hayes.
Yeah.
He's filled out a bit.
Oh, he's a little chunk.
He's a little chunkier.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody looked good. And I did like that Joy Reid was like, now all you, just so you know, I almost started doing a black woman voice and then I stopped myself. So thank you for not letting me do that. Don't be putting this on black men, because she was like very clear to say, because there's been some talk out there that was like, oh, maybe this is,
But do they already know those demographics?
I think they just kind of know that like most black men, the larger percentage have supported. Historically,
I heard a lot before. I heard a lot of yes and no before the election. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the numbers specifically, but I thought Nicole Hannah-Jones, who did the 1619 Project, wrote an interesting piece too about that historically black men are supporting Harris.
Great.
And
Good.
so I thought it was really well written. Anyway, I'm talking too much about this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get to our.
Yes, let's do it.
Now, I have a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? When you like caveat, but not caveat. Like a
Condition?
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Okay.
Okay. I know this subject can be very dark, but I chose to not cover the dark part.
Okay.
Because I was worried that this day was going to be this day.
Okay.
So this is how to survive being a porn star.
Do we have Stormy Daniels coming on?
Oh, that would be great.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh my God. What if I was like, and now Stormy
I
Daniels.
feel like she's booked today.
She's probably on every MSNBC
She's
show.
very busy today.
Yeah. Anyway, please don't think me insensitive. I understand the dark, seedy side of porn, but this is if you want to be a porn star.
Okay.
How to survive. And I got this from WikiHow.
Oh my God.
And you know, I don't know if you've ever been on WikiHow, but there's like
Yes.
illustrations.
Ha!
So,
Oh my God, that's funny.
but very basic illustrations, like you'd find in an old textbook.
Yeah. Is it?
Okay.
Does it have one of the dolls that has the open mouth, like those
No, but
blow-up dolls?
I'll tell you what one it has, because we get to a part about like consent and
Yeah.
only doing things you want to do and discuss ahead of time what you want to, what you're willing to do. So it's like the back of a woman's head talking to a guy, and the guy's thought bubble is the woman who's being interviewed with like a chain around her neck.
Oh my God.
But it's like, that's what they're discussing.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Okay, I'm ready for this. I'm very entertained right
Okay.
now.
I mean, porn's going to be illegal pretty soon now.
You think?
Oh, yeah. They're going to try.
I don't think that's high.
part of 2025.
I don't think that's high on Trump's
Oh, is that
list.
part of?
Anything like that?
He's not going to get to everything.
No, that's true.
He's got so
That's-
many other.
Trust me, that's not on his.
That's not high on his list.
That's not high on his list. Trust me. I am seriously. Remember how fucking scary Pence was?
Yes.
Vance is scarier than Pence.
Well, he's young and energetic.
Yes, he is, and he really Pence really believed his shit too. But I don't know. Vance is like.
I don't even really know what Vance actually believes in.
I think he believes. Oh, did you see the clip about his favorite movie? Look that up.
Aren't you going to just tell me?
He's
American Psycho?
No, he says that. He says. Okay, let me just explain to you that it's the video I saw is someone watching the clip.
Okay.
So he says this was like the night before the election or something.
Yeah.
And he was by himself because his wife was taking care of the kids.
Of course, that's what she's supposed to be doing.
So he was watching his favorite movie and he didn't realize until last night how much this movie affected his whole life. Like it's really been a blueprint for his life.
Oh, gosh.
Boys in the Hood.
Stop it.
I am not. And then so you hear the guy watching it just laugh. It's just really funny. It's the black guy watching.
How does that have anything?
I don't know. I sent it to Jimmy and Oliver was like, how? And I said, I don't know. Maybe it just taught him to hate black people. Like that was his.
Oh, that's so bizarre.
I don't know.
God, you should be watching the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Okay, ask yourself if porn is the right industry for you. On the outset, porn seems like the perfect career for adventurous.
Who wrote this?
I told you. WikiHow. Sexually active actors.
Okay.
You get paid to have sex almost every day, and the pay is actually pretty good once you get started. But porn comes with a series of risks as well, and they may outweigh the perceived benefits. Things to remember include,
Okay.
this is very important, your
Yeah.
image, once filmed, will be online forever. This
Yeah.
is not the old days. This is not VHS.
Forever. Yeah, but you're young and your body looks great.
That's a good point. Even if you try and switch careers. You need to take time every day to stay in shape, eat well, and keep clean and hygienic. You are not having sex for fun. You are doing it for your job. Expect the intimacy and spontaneity of sex disappear during a 4-hour video shoot. Maintaining a committed relationship while in porn can be almost impossible, as jealousy is only natural. Remember that you must be at least 18 years old to act in pornography. This is a heavily enforced rule in the porn industry because breaking it can lead to years of prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines.
Wasn't Tracy Lords a teen?
Right. That's why these rules exist now.
Oh, because they made them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if you are consenting willing participant, you must be 18 years or older to be in porn in the United States. You must bring proof of age, valid passport, ID, etc. with you to a shoot in order to act. Producers are required to copy this proof and keep it on record for years. So I will say this. There has been a lot of we'll get to it, but like it's actually much more responsible than it used to be because of all the shit that's happened.
Yes.
They're tested regularly. Like there's no getting into porn at 15 anymore. It's just like that's not gonna happen.
Professional level porn, but there's
No.
probably dark web stuff happening.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we wouldn't call that porn. I mean, that's just child exploitation.
Of course.
Okay. Ask how much you will be paid. The average rate for a straight porn star in Brooklyn, New York That's where the hippest porn.
my God.
They're naked,
Full
but
bush.
yes, and they wear like a little jaunty cap.
Yes, and there's a bird somewhere.
There's what?
There's a little bird.
They have a bird tattoo on their shoulder.
Yes, because they can't pin it on. They don't have clothes.
Right. So
But they just have to get tattooed birds.
They're quirky porn stars.
Yes, they're like the Sarah. Is it Sherman?
Yeah.
They're
Is her name Sarah Sherman?
Is it Sarah Sherman?
From SNL. I always want to call her Sarah Sherman, but I don't think that's her name.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
isn't
Is it Sherman? Okay.
Yeah, they all have like the hipster cut, like
weird-
like her.
yeah,
it's
that
like choppy
bi-level-
bangs and sort of like a mullet.
It's a mullet,
Yeah.
Gay porn stars, however, make 3 times that, no matter the gender.
Whoa,
Garen.
do you hear this?
Yeah.
The general rule of thumb is that the weirder it is from average, the more you will get paid. So a straight guy-girl scene might make $800, while an intense bondage or novelty scene can make $2,000 or more.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do novelty porn.
Is that with you got a flower on your chest that shoots out water at somebody? What
You
is
got to
that?
stick your toes in like holes.
I read a lot of stories because I was trying to find.
Danielle had a night.
I was trying to find entertaining stories for the end.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one woman who was talking about how they were doing a SpongeBob porn. I'm going to say that maybe falls under
That
novelty.
probably does, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Or maybe it's just you go into a Spencer's gift shop and
I want to do the kind of novelty porn where you don't have to do sex stuff, where it's like
Yeah.
my foot and your foot, and then like people just watch our feet,
I'm sure that exists.
and then we get lots of money.
Yeah. I mean, well, not with your rough heels.
That's true.
There's no way
It
you're
can't
getting.
It can't be my feet.
I was just thinking my own feet, and they're turning out.
Outwards.
The big
Yeah.
toes are shifting. I have to
But
go to a
maybe that's
podiatrist.
what's the novelty.
Oh, yeah, fucked
you
up
know?
toes. Yeah.
Somebody that's like, oh, I want to see
.com.
some rough heels.
Yeah. Also, I have Morton's toe, where the second toe is longer than the first, because God,
Yeah.
I am going to say God exists for this.
Yes.
Was like, you don't have enough fucking going on. I'm going to give you ugly ET toes.
But doesn't that mean you're like gifted in some way, or maybe you have a psychic ability?
what?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure. Yes, it does.
Okay.
The average female porn star averages $50,000 a year,
That's not very
But-
much.
but can make upwards of $350,000.
Well, 50,000 is great if you live in, Kentucky.
Is it though? I mean, is it even?
It's better than here. I mean,
Yeah,
50 grand
yeah,
here, you're
yeah.
like,
But guess what? It doesn't. Yeah, most of it happens here.
yeah, you got to live in Van Nuys, right?
Yeah. Top male performers can make more than $100,000 each year, but average far less.
So is this a field where women make more?
Oh yeah.
Finally.
Oh, you didn't know that? That's
I figured it makes sense, but I was allowing myself to get ready to get mad.
This is the one field in which women make more than men.
Is there any other field?
I can't think of a one.
I mean, what is like? No, I can't either. Karen,
Yeah.
let us
Why
know.
would there be? You know what I mean? I can't think of. There
I
might
mean,
be more women in
a
that field,
Wait,
but why would they?
Do you want to hear something depressing? As
again more? Yes.
as more men go into fields, the pay tends to go up. So, like, if
Yeah, that
as
makes
men
sense.
go into nursing fields, nurses start to get paid more.
I wonder if that held true for teachers. Because it used to be like.
yes.
I mean, I never had a male teacher
No,
until
I
middle
think
school.
that's the it's the reverse. Like, there used to be a lot more men teachers. In the old days, it was men.
It was.
Yeah, it was more men teachers, and then as women went in, it started paying less. It became less esteemed.
Did you have any male teachers in grade school?
I did.
I didn't have male teachers until junior high.
I had very few,
Okay.
but yes, it's.
Did you have any male teachers in grade school, Garen?
No.
Right?
I don't think I had. Shit, maybe not.
No,
till-
wait, I didn't until 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was middle school. Well, I guess a gym teacher.
Maybe they don't want
Littles.
littles around men.
Well, no, I don't think it's about they. I think it's the men.
Men don't want to be
around the littles.
little kids. Did you know, I'm sure you did know this, that women used to not be able to be married if they were a teacher?
Yes, I did.
I don't know why. It seems like that's like the wholesome, straight thing to do. Maybe
Because you're not supposed to work if you're married.
but that's not what it was. It was the rule of the. It wasn't looked down upon. It was like you can't teach. Like, I think it was the rule of schools. You know what? We'll find out.
Yes, let's
in
find
January.
Oh, well, when we aren't allowed to work anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys like retro stuff.
Yeah. So, you know what? We should just rewatch The Handmaid's Tale so we have a guide of what's to come.
Okay. Understand where porn is filmed. I found this very, very interesting. Strictly speaking,
Yes.
it is only legally possible to make or act in porn in Los Angeles and New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Okay.
At the Hotel New Hampshire?
Yeah. Yes. I don't think I've ever seen the movie,
Is that
but I
not
read the book.
Matthew Broderick?
No, it is Rob Lowe, I believe.
Oh, wait a second. Young Rob Lowe.
Yes,
I'm
and
in for that.
Nastasia Kinski.
God, I bet she's beautiful in it.
I'm sure.
Wait,
I read the book.
Is that John Irving?
It is.
Yeah, he's a good writer.
Yeah, I was a huge John Irving fan when
Same.
I was younger.
Yeah. I
And-
don't need to read him now.
I've read a lot of his books.
World According to Garp.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. I've read it so many times.
It's such a good book.
Such a good book. And I think the movie is actually really good.
I think so too.
yeah.
It's
It's Robin Williams' best role,
yes,
I think.
he's really good in Good Will Hunting too.
Patch Adams has something to say about that.
Where is he now that we need him?
Oh my God! And what's her name is great in it too as the
Oh,
mother.
Glenn Close.
And
They were like 3 years apart.
I remember seeing that young because I mean we were young when that came out and thinking she was very old,
Oh,
and
that's
she's
funny.
probably younger than us in that movie.
I mean, I think she was like 3 years older than him or something. Or maybe even,
Yes.
like his age.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, she's great.
I love
And John
her.
Lithgow.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, that movie, you know why that movie was such a big impact on me when I was young, is because of the scene in the car going down the hill. I think of that scene a lot because I go down a really steep hill and I'm always giving my husband blowjobs
Yeah, I was
in the
gonna
car.
say, are you?
And I'm always like, I hope I don't do that thing that happened in the movie.
Right. And Amanda Plummer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
And everybody should read that book.
Yeah.
And see that movie. That's a good book to read right now.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, the thing about Los Angeles and New Hampshire, the reason why it's technically only legal is that there have been court cases in Los Angeles and New Hampshire. I know it's weird because one's a city and one's a state, so I don't really know how that works. But
Okay.
that have they've been challenged and it's passed. So
Yes.
that's why it's like you can't bring a lawsuit in Los Angeles to say you can't film porn here because it has already passed the legal test.
Okay.
Doesn't mean the porn isn't filmed everywhere. Of course it is, but that's what that means. Okay.
Well, we also have the best bodies.
Yes.
In LA.
And if you do have a good body and you don't live in LA, you move out here to do it.
Yep.
Okay, that said, most videos are not location specific, making it impossible to determine where it was shot, so producers will often make videos anywhere. There is a porn industry in many major cities.
Whoa. I think I need to hear that again. You said sometimes they'll make videos anywhere, but not.
No, it's saying technically it's only been tested legally in Los Angeles and New Hampshire, but people make videos everywhere.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, but I like this. There is a porn industry in many major cities, but to have the best chance of breaking in, you need to move to LA.
Oh, and it's so easy to make it here. Like, it's so easy to survive here.
Right.
So reasonably priced. Good luck.
Here are the hubs
Okay.
for porn. Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley. We know that. This is the porn capital of the world.
Right.
New York City.
Worse.
Orlando, Tampa, and Miami. San Diego and San Francisco. Don't have any idea why. And this one threw me. Portland. Oregon.
That seems worse.
Oliver and I are rewatching Portlandia.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, it's just that's all I know of Portland. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
A lot
mean,
of bowler hats. in Portland.
none of these places are affordable, for one.
Well, that's true.
So that's tough.
Yeah, the valley used to be affordable.
You got to try to figure out how to live while you're breaking in.
Right. Realize that it is very difficult to become a porn star. The porn industry is inundated with young talent that flocks to Los Angeles hoping to make it big. The sad reality, however, is that not everyone can be well-known, marketable star in any industry. If the only reason you want to be in porn is to be famous, pulling in a six-figure salary every year, you will be sorely disappointed.
Why else are you going to do
know.
it? Why?
I don't.
Because you want to fuck that much?
I don't know.
Because you can do that and not
Right.
do it in a movie.
The porn industry is at its most competitive thanks to the explosion of internet porn, so be ready to work hard to make a name for yourself. Porn is not a lavish lifestyle. It is a job, and you need to treat it as such. While no one should ever force you to do something, having wider preferences and being willing to try more things will lead to more gigs and greater success. Remember that all body types are beautiful and lucrative in porn.
Huh. Okay.
One of the most...
So you don't have to have a great body.
Exactly.
I'm a jerk.
You are. One of the most interesting facets of porn is how inclusive it is.
Yeah.
Since there is a desire for almost any type of man or woman on the internet, almost any type of man or woman can find a niche in the porn industry. What matters most is confidence on camera, not your look. That said, make sure, you exercise and stuff. Okay. Well, I mean, it says good posture. Like, come on.
If you're going to be sitting in a cake, you have to have good, strong thighs.
Well, I think we know what Garen's watching.
If you're going to be sitting in a cake, walk across the room with a book on your head for your posture.
Shoulders back.
Okay, take flattering photographs, both nude and clothed. Producers are most concerned with what you look like as they cast porn, so they need to see if you will fit in their next video. Capture as much of your body as you can, showing off your best assets whenever possible. If you have an incredible chest, puff it out. Blah, blah, blah. Curve your body. Okay, whatever. Okay. The shots you absolutely need are full body clothed scantily.
Okay.
Tight t-shirt and shorts, lacy tops, etc. Full body nude. Men should have a full erection. And a headshot. So I thought that was interesting that they're saying...
2 of them.
You should have one of you playing tennis naked. And then one of you... sorry, one second.
Like fixing a bike.
Fixing a bike naked.
Scrubs, maybe.
Gardening naked.
Yes.
That's always good.
Hey, guys, I'm thinking about doing this.
Yeah.
Do you mind coming and taking my shots?
I will absolutely take your shots. Or it can be like Drea de Matteo and have your children do it for you.
Tell me this story.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Oh, I thought I brought it up here. She apparently has an OnlyFans site.
Okay.
Because she can't get hired because she's a fucking whack job, anti-vaxxer.
Oh.
Do you know who she is? Because you don't watch Sopranos.
I know who she is,
Okay.
though.
She was on Joey and Sopranos.
Yes.
Disappointing.
And so apparently she has her kids take her pictures for OnlyFans.
It's not, I thought OnlyFans was videos.
So whatever.
Maybe
be
it's
photos too?
videos. I don't know what it is, but yeah, whatever it is.
That makes me feel really sad inside for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also maybe I'll do it.
Well, you're a nude household.
Yes.
/pod how to survive.
Yeah.
We've really gotten less nude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's that age.
It's time.
I mean,
yeah.
Set personal boundaries about what types of sex you will willingly engage in. If you wouldn't do it for free at home, you shouldn't do it for money.
Wait a second, but it's money.
I know. Also, I don't think you're sitting in a cake at home. I mean,
Yeah.
keep this in mind as you book gigs, as it will help you stay happy and healthy as your career begins. Know your limits and no-go areas, and be honest with producers before taking a gig. Okay, so this is, you know how like an actor is like, yeah, I can ride a horse.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean?
Yes, I can speak French.
I can speak French. Well, you could maybe learn that between now and filming. Don't
No.
say you're going to do something in porn if you're not willing to do it.
Oh,
Because that's
yeah.
not
If you
cool.
can't put your foot behind your head,
Right, don't say you can.
You can.
I can do centipede.
Oh, my Lord. Fetish porn is made to fit a specific, often odd desire. It can feature almost anything from costumes of famous TV shows to a predilection for feet. Okay, BDSM, we know what that is. Sexual acts. There's a variety of sexual acts and specialty porn genres out there you need to know what you're signing up for before showing up. When in doubt, do your research on the large list of porn terms and vocabulary.
Read those scripts.
Read the script. Don't
Yes.
just read your part.
No.
Read the whole
You gotta know
script.
the whole thing. You got to know the pizza guy. You got to know
Yeah.
what his lines are.
Check out
Know your
modeling.
cues.
What?
You got to know your cues.
You got to know your cues.
Yeah.
You should know everyone's lines.
Yeah.
Check out modeling forums to look for casting calls. So I guess this is how you start. Online forums found easily with an online search for adult modeling forums allow you to post your pictures and search for casting calls. Never give your real name or address on these forums, and instead wait until you are contacted back by a producer who is interested in you. You will have to begin in amateur porn before you will be paid for professional porn.
Great.
I don't know if that's true. But that's
amateur
what this is.
porn. It's like when you're doing like when you're trying to break into acting here and you go to like these reels. You do like these commercials.
It's like doing a college
yes,
film.
a college film or stuff like that where you're like not going to get paid, but it's going to be on your reel.
Yeah.
And then, but this is like, you just got to have sex and not get paid.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
I was going to say, I think... Position porn studios with your photo. Oh, petition porn studios with your photos. Go directly to nearby... I don't know. This sounds like, getting off the bus and trying to get discovered by Schwab's.
I just went to
at
CBS
Schwab's.
Studios directly.
Right. Yeah. Go directly to nearby porn studios and send them your information through their website's Contact Us button. Well, it probably is that easy. I don't know. Go online and research adult film studios plus your area to find nearby studios or check out aggregate sites like sexyjobs.com.
Huh.
Okay, get a full HIV and STD test.
Sure, that's very important.
One of the benefits of the modern porn industry is the insistence on safe, healthy sex. Any porn shoot you get will demand a current, under 30 days old STD test to make sure no one contracts a dangerous disease while shooting. You can get an STD test at your local Planned Parenthood, your physician, the hospital. The CDC has a free search engine to find clinics across the country that will test you for HIV and STDs for free of charge. Well,
what about
as of until January?
What do you think happened during COVID? Did the
Oh,
whole
that's a
thing
really good
Do you think
question.
that their whole industry kind of came to a halt, or do you think
That's such a good
they
question.
did like films where they just
Were
tested
masked.
and they masked on set, but the people in it were
Maybe they did masked porn. I'm sure that's a thing. So they probably just
It's a fetish.
They just wore N90. What are they called? N95s. but
Yes.
painted them black and made it look like it was a bondage thing.
I think you're right.
This is smart. Bring a friend or chaperone with you to your audition
Ooh.
to prevent scams. Garen, if a producer says that you cannot bring a guest because it is a closed set, then don't take the audition.
Yeah.
You need to protect yourself against scams, and the best way to do this is to have a partner to watch your back.
And watch your front.
Yep. If a gig seems too good to be true, paying thousands of dollars for minimal work, or does not give you concrete details, don't take the gig. I didn't realize this. It makes sense, but sign with a talent agency for porn stars.
Ooh.
Agencies help you. Do you think they have lit? I need a lit agent.
Yeah.
But maybe I could write. Maybe if you write porn, you could get a look.
I'd write porn.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be good at it, but yeah, I think I'd just get embarrassed. I don't know. Agencies or just make jokes.
We could write funny porn.
Yeah, I'm sure that exists. Agencies help you book gigs, protect you in case of contract disputes, and put you in touch with other stars and producers. A list of licensed agencies can be found at LATATA, La Tata website.
Oh, yeah. Boom, chicka, bow, bow.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's another thing you have to do. Invent a screen name.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Isn't it? Well, we know what it is. It's
Your dog.
your dog, and your first street you lived on.
Yeah, but it's not really. It's all like they gave a list of all the names that are generally used. And
Oh,
it's like
you have to get like a porn use a porn
no,
generator.
it's just the ones that are most commonly used, like Steel, Fox, Black. Like for the last names, and there were a bunch of common first names.
Let's do fast porn names, Garen.
Fast porn. What does that mean?
Like you just give me your porn name really quick. It's not street name and not your dog, but just like what you got to come up with a porn name right now.
Oh God.
Just do your first pet then, and your first street that you lived on.
My first pet was Dugan.
Okay.
Dugan Parkdale.
To Duke and Parkdale is not bad.
No, it's
Dexter
not.
Parkdale.
Dexter
is better.
Parkdale is even better.
I like
That's
it.
better.
Okay, Danielle.
Well, mine would be Pan Laurel Grove. Not good.
Three names.
Laurel Grove was the name of the street,
Pan Laurel Grove.
and Pan was my first dog.
Mine's Boots Highland.
Oh my God, that's
Oh, you're
perfect. See, I can't do porn.
BootsHighland.com.
Oh my God. I'm going to be on OnlyFans as Boots Highland.
Be a professional. You only wear boots.
Yes, and that's it.
Be a professional on set. Much like a typical movie shoot, porn requires an enormous amount of coordination between cameramen, directors, sound engineers, lighting crews, and actors to succeed. Don't walk in expecting to be a king.
What about a diva?
Nope. You should be ready for a full 3 to 4 hours of shooting, reshooting, and posing. You may have to shoot the same scene 5 times, and you need to deliver the lines and show up at the right place every time. This will be harder than you think after 3 to 4 hours of near constant performance in bed. You need to be flexible and willing to change, whether that means putting on costumes, working frequently, or using shots and pills to enhance your goods. That's for men. This won't always be pleasant, but it is necessary to develop a strong, lasting career. Okay. This was a good one. Don't sign a modeling release form until you have been paid.
Ah.
Okay. This may anger producers, but just do it. Okay.
I know I want to deal with an angry porn producer.
Right? Well,
that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess. All right. Are you ready for some little anecdotes?
Please.
Okay. These are just funny little anecdotes.
Well, we need those now.
Right. This one I liked. On one of my first shoots, the director said something funny while the lights were being changed. I was lying on my back with a large dildo inside me, and when I laughed, it catapulted into the videographer's head.
Oh my God.
Okay. I was working on the set of Top Guns, and I was supposed to be this really badass knockoff of Iceman in our knockoff of a title you can probably very easily guess. So the idea is that I walk in and seduce a fellow pilot as part of a master plot to mess up the boys, because it is boys against girls, and the girls will win by sticking together, and the boys will lose because they were busy getting their dick sucked. So I walk into our super high budget locker room, seduce the guy, do a really cool move on the locker room bench, and then the super well constructed set collapses. The weight of our combined bodies plus construction all fell on the one finger I need to get a scene done. So I was forced to continue the scene with the middle finger of my left hand. I don't want to get into details, but let's just say that a little manual manipulation of the pieces goes a long way towards making it all work down there. I am not left-handed. I was sexually handicapped for 3 days. And also my nail polish chipped. Okay. This is from someone named Lucy Hart. I was cast as Batman in a BDSM scene. Catwoman had me on the floor, flat on my back, bound at my wrists and ankles and gagged. She was supposed to squirt on my face at the end of the scene. So she stood over me, and I suddenly saw and felt a lot of liquid hit me fast. Most of it went up my nose, blocking my breathing. I couldn't clear it with the way my head was tilted back. Then the girl screamed, "Oh my God, did I get it on my costume?" and ran off set. Whatever came out of her wasn't the typical squirt. The director chased after her immediately to see if she was okay, leaving me drowning on the floor in whatever came out of her.
Oh, gosh.
After what felt like a couple of minutes of wondering if I died dressed like Batman, I decided to just swallow whatever the fluid was so that I might be able to breathe through the gag. It worked. Someone came back to untie me eventually. I never asked what came out of her. I'm pretty sure it wasn't pee, but I don't think Batman needed to know. I got my money and left. Her costume was fine. If someone is going to squirt on your face, consider your need to breathe first.
Costume was fine.
By the way, I didn't even put in the really gross stuff.
Oh, no?
No. Trust me, there was way grosser stuff. Okay, this is the last one. Misha, Montana.
Oh, Misha.
I had a stroke this April and was set for heart surgery a couple of weeks later. I shot a post-stroke comeback scene in
Oh, you shot a what?
Post-stroke comeback scene.
A post. I thought you said a post row. And I was like the dismantling of Roe versus Wade. Okay. Post-stroke comeback scene.
I shot a post-stroke comeback scene in May with Tommy Pistol while wearing a heart monitor. At the end of the scene, Tommy accidentally came all over the heart monitor. A little while later, I got a report from my cardiologist that my heart activity was unusual on that day. Tommy Pistol came on my broken heart. So there's also little tidbits about like they don't always actually use real cum. They have fake cum because sometimes it just takes so long and they have to like put it in there and it's all bananas.
Reshoots also, you think like if they have to do reshoots, like how many times can a person ejaculate?
So they have to have a continuity person probably.
Obviously.
Reshoots.
Yeah. And then there was a lot from the guys, just like how difficult it is, like to
keep
have
going,
to maintain. Yeah. It does sound awfully awful. It doesn't sound like a fun job at all.
I It doesn't sound fun to like. Never once did I think it sounded fun.
No, but right. But if you're like really into sex and you're like, oh, this would be so fun, but it sounds like it's really like a lot of stop and start.
It's not always. You're not always supposed to do the thing you love as a job.
This, for instance.
Yes.
Try as we may. Okay, well, I hope that lightened the mood a little bit.
I think that was a great topic. And I appreciated it. I would love
You're welcome.
more goofiness in my life.
And we will be back right after this.
Danielle,
Yes.
are you ready to learn what we learned today?
So ready.
What about you, Garen?
I'm more than ready.
Do you have room in your brain?
Well, I think I already know.
Yeah, he typed it out. So that's funny because I always think to say that every week. And then every week I'm like, wait, he already knows. He typed it out.
What have we learned as a country? Nothing.
That's a good point.
In November 2023, Nicole Wallace announced she and her husband welcomed a daughter via surrogate.
Oh, I got that right. Okay.
Good for her.
And her husband is a famous person or owns something.
Oh,
Boy, we're going to have to
good. Double. What did we
what
learn?
Yeah.
We'll learn in What Did We Learn Part 2.
Yeah.
Got a long second toe? You might be the sidekick. Based on preliminary research, porn may be the only industry where women generally outearn men.
Yeah.
The film adaptation of John Irving's Hotel New Hampshire stars Jodie Foster, Beau Bridges, Rob Lowe, Natasha Kinski, and Wilford Brimley. Talk
Sexy.
about a hot list of hotties.
Oh, no. He's probably only, 18.
Yes.
But he still looks like...
72.
Yeah.
He always looks 72.
Are we sure Edie McClurg's not in that?
We're not. We're not. Is Edie McClurg one of the women in Greece?
No.
That's in the office? Okay, I'm getting Edie McClurg confused.
No, she's not in Greece.
Okay.
Who's the girl? Who's the principal's assistant?
So it's Eve Arden, and I don't know the name of Eve Arden's sidekick.
I always thought that was Edie McClurg.
Oh, no, she would have been 18.
A student?
Yeah.
There's room for everyone in porn.
Yes.
Stay tuned for our spin-off show, Danielle Reads Porn Set Stories. Working title. We learned a lot.
Did you find out about those two things?
Michael Schmidt is her husband.
Oh, yeah. Was he the Republican?
He's like a journalist.
He's a journalist. Okay.
Yeah.
And then who was Eve Arden's
sense.
sidekick?
I'm trying to find out her name. It was not.
Oh, okay.
It was where I was looking. It was not giving me her information.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's not Edie McClurg. We know that.
We
now.
know it's not Edie McClurg.
Well, I got to figure out who these people are.
They're actually doing Grease at Oliver's school next semester, and he's trying to decide if he should audition for the musical or not.
I think he should be Kanicki.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have a strong voice, so we were thinking more. Well, actually, Jimmy's idea, which I think would be a good idea, is, and I don't know if this exists in the play because I really only know the movie, but the TV host who does the prom,
right?
I think that would be a good part, or maybe Duty. I mean, they have to sing too, but they don't have solos.
Yeah, of course I know her. Yeah.
Oh, Alice Ghostly.
Alice Ghostly, yes.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, she was on Bewitched. She was one of her.
But she's the one in Greece that's
she's her kooky sidekick.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh no, that's someone else.
I thought she was like the mechanic.
She's the mechanic.
Oh.
Yeah. She teaches the
Mrs. Murdoch.
Yeah.
Is it Blanche? Is it Dottie Goodman?
Wait, let me see.
I think Oliver should
it's-
not let it. I think he should go for it even if he doesn't have a strong voice.
That's Dottie
Yeah,
Goodman.
that's her.
Yes, that's who I
Yeah, I mean they need boys.
yeah,
and
they need boys and he can work with his voice,
basically it's if there's time to do both the musical and the play.
Oh, sure. He doesn't want
That's-
to overextend himself.
Sometimes they conflict and you can't be in both, and sometimes
Yes.
you can be in both. So that's basically I think that's the rub.
Well, I'm proud of him.
So we'll see. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
I think it'd be very fun.
Yeah.
We're holding all of you close in our hearts.
Yep.
And we're going to try to be funny so that you guys have something funny to listen to in times when you're feeling not like laughing.
Yeah.
So we're going to make you fucking laugh. Whether you like it or not.
Oh, like our dear leader.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. What a fucking creep.
I hate him.
I hate him so much. So much. He's like, I know this has been said before, and I'm not making an original comment, but he is like a villain in an 80s movie, and they're not supposed to get away with it. They're supposed to get their comeuppance.
Right.
Like, it's just not fair. Like, it's just the basic idea that it's not fair that he's never going to have to pay in any way for all the horrible things he's done for literally decades.
We're supposed to fight to save the rec center, not let the real estate magnate destroy it.
Not that, yes, to turn it into a condo. Yes. Exactly. The rec center is getting turned into a condo as we speak.
It is, yeah.
What is this reference to?
Just
every
80s movies. I thought it was a very specific one that I was not getting. And I was like, is this from an episode of Rhoda that I didn't see?
It's just a trope of like the kids have to save, you know.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I finally finished Rhoda, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, another depressing ending.
Man, it just goes away. There's no.
I know.
I don't even.
I don't even remember the last episode. Was
it
there?
Was Brenda's like she like runs away from the wedding or whatever? I think that's the
Brenda
last one.
gets married.
She's supposed to. And I don't think they actually do the wedding. I think she's just like, okay, I'm back. I'm going to get married, and then.
What's going to be your comfort viewing, guys? What's your comforts? Let's list some comforts. You're going to watch Real Housewives.
I'm going to edit today and watch Real Housewives. And then on Friday is, if you aren't already into it, I know you're not into it, but this is Great British Bake Off. If you haven't started the season.
Well, I might try it again.
Is there a new season?
Oh, yeah. No, it's already on. It's already had like 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh,
so
then
get
I might
in.
be 2 behind. I don't think I watched the last season.
Oh, well it's always comforting. It's very comforting.
Yeah.
It does exactly what it needs to do, and it's made for these times.
Well, I might go back to The Doghouse because I haven't seen all of that. And
I haven't finished it either.
Really comforts me. I need to probably get another foster dog from the Pasadena Humane Society for a sleepover to my house, just for some.
I don't know,
but yeah, that might
bringing it back might be too upsetting for Alex.
That's true. I got to think about that one, but somebody recommended a show, an Australian comedy to me called The Offspring.
Oh, I don't know it.
So I might check
that out. Is it about
out.
the band from the 90s?
I hope not. I think it's about a family. Yeah. That might be something, and definitely going to do a Barb and Star rewatch.
Smart.
Garen,
I'm supposed to go see Back to the Future the musical tonight.
Oh,
so
you may as well.
I mean, why not?
Is there a more aptly titled thing for what we're going through?
No.
Yeah, you should do that.
No, I'm gonna do it. It's just
it feels
doing
silly.
Anything feels crazy. So I'm gonna I have to figure out a new comfort show to watch because I finished Rhoda.
I'll think of something for you.
Yeah, something older that I've never seen.
Yeah.
Frasier.
Sorry, I know you like it. It's not my thing. All right. Well, until next time, remain calm.